Just a little bit about the Bowling Green, Kentucky history that all of you are probably not familiar with, but are probably familiar with a few names that are listed on this old gas station. It's called the Standard Oil Company. This used to be a old gas station back in the old days. After the horse-drawn carriage left town, the horseless carriage came around, otherwise known as the modern automobile. Just a little bit of history about this particular place, and you probably can't read it all that well, so I'll just go ahead and read it for you. On July 18th, 1921, Standard Oil of Kentucky purchased this lot to reconstruct residential filling station number 1. Was most likely the first filling station in the area. Standard output of a station number 2 at the corner of 12th and High Street. The filling station continued to operate until 1956 when it became Butler Used Car Lot. Butler's a county here in Kentucky. Several other businesses resided in the building, included Totally Blessed Gospel Music Store and a Standard Oil Company. The son of a poor Presbyterian minister who left school at the age of 14 to become a salesman and an assistant bookkeeper became partners in 1867 with 3 men, Henry M. Flagler and John D. Rockefeller, and 3 partners. Created the company that would name the Standard Oil Company. Both men were innovative business strategists, finally developed a new concept, the rebate system, commonly known today as your mail-in rebate, to strengthen the company's position against competitors. Rebate is used in many businesses to this day. Flagler founded the Florida East Coast Railways, and Rockefeller eventually became the richest man in modern history. Florida East Coast Railways, otherwise known as FEC Railways, what BP is so in love with. Standard Oil is one of the largest multinational corporations until it was broken up by the United States Supreme Court in 1911, most likely due to antitrust laws and monopoly. Standard Oil Kentucky, otherwise known as KYSO, was formed in 1911 as an independent oil company because they had no oil refineries or exploration. Principal products were kerosene, axle grease, stove oil, and lubricants. KYSO products were marketed in 5 states, including Florida, Flagler County, Georgia, Alabama, Kentucky, and Mississippi. Early automotive days. In the early 20th century, as transportation shifted from the horse-drawn wagon to the private car, automotive clubs formed and began to build better, safer roads. One of their early uses of the automobile was tourism. As people had both leisure time and means to travel the country, South Central Kentucky, where Bowling Green is located, had local historical and natural wonder destinations like Mammoth Cave, and was on the route to Florida. The Dixie Highway, now U.S. Highway 31W, that is one of the major arteries in Bowling Green, Kentucky, was originally a project of one of these automotive clubs. The first neighborhood station. Early entrepreneurs sold gasoline and kerosene curbside, often from the front of their home or store. The quality of this fuel was less than ideal, so oil companies created the filling station in an effort to provide their customers with a sense of reliability. These domestic filling stations were to blend with the scale and style of neighborhoods. Many were situated on corners and turned at 45-degree angles to catch the attention of passing motorists. Standard filling station number 1 is a rare and surviving example. The restoration of Standard filling station number 1 was completed in 2008 and represents the building as it operates in the 1920s. The pumps are replicas of Wayne 615 visible 10-gallon gas pumps. Crown Gasoline, a product of the Standard Oil Company, was sold here and was available in both ethanol and regular. The Eco 44 air pump filled many Model T automobiles and tires, and a few bicycle tires too. The freestanding Standard Oil Company sign is a replica of the original sign that stood on College Street. Just a little bit of history of this place that it all ties in together with Flagler County, which we know and love.